Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I am going to be showing you step by step how to set up lead scoring in Zoho CRM. You might be wondering what is lead scoring. So just think of lead scoring as you having 100 leads in your Zoho CRM account, and you want to know your top 10 leads that you need to focus more or put more energy on. So lead scoring will allow you to be able to say, okay, who is engaging more and who is opening your emails more, who is clicking the links. It's like saying, I want to know my top 10 best performing leads in Zoho CRM. So without lead scoring, you are going to treat all of your leads the same way, and that is actually a very, very big mistake. You know that some of them are just curious to buy, and some of them might not be a good fit. Lead scoring is going to help you identify who is who, so that your sales and your marketing team can take smarter decisions. So it will help you also not waste time on leads that you know are not going to convert into deals. So now let's set up lead scoring in Zoho CRM. So the first thing you want to do is you want to click on your settings icon, and you want to click on scoring rules under automation. So now I am in the lead scoring rules page. So what I want to do is I want to click on new scoring rule, and I want to name this lead scoring. So I want to select the module and I want to select leads, and you can pick the layout, which is standard, or you can use all layouts if you want, and you can click on next. Okay, so now before you start this lead scoring rule, I think it's better for you to sit down with your sales process and think of things that are going to make your leads more qualified. Like if they are coming from websites, are they more qualified than just coming from Google Ads? Or if they are coming from Google Ads, are they more qualified if they are coming from emails, or if they are coming from maybe your trade fairs? And you also want to check if they've clicked the emails, are they more qualified than if they've opened the emails, and all of the stuff. You also want to check the country. If they are coming from a particular country, are they more qualified to buy your product or your services than from coming from other countries? So you want to sit down with your sales process and think of those things before you start building out those workflow rules. So for me, I'm just going to set up simple lead scoring rules criteria in here. So I want to click on hard criteria, and you can pick in whichever one you want. You can even create custom fields and use your custom fields. So let's say if we are able to get their email, if the email is currently present in Zoho CRM, that means the email is not empty, then we want to add 10 points because yeah, we have their email. And we also want to check that if the phone is also currently available, it's also a plus for us, then we can also add 10 points for that. And you also want to check for your lead status. If they are currently in particular lead status that are actually a very good place to be, you can also add points for that. So let's say the lead status contain interested, that's a plus, and a contact in future, and if they are contacted and if they are qualified, definitely we want to add points to them. So you click on done, and you can also add for lead source. So where are they coming from before you can be able to say that yes, they really really qualify for us to pay more attention to them. So let's say the lead source contain websites. If they're coming from website, that's a very big plus. And maybe if they're coming from a webinar that you just did, and if they are coming from social media, that's also good. And if they are coming from trade show, yeah, that also works. So you can pick the ones you want and you can click on done. So let's say you want to use country. If they are coming from, let's say country contains, uh, if it contains United States, so that means if this leads country is United States, you can also add a plus, another criteria, is it a and or. So I want it to be or if they are coming from United States, sorry, or let's say Germany. So even apart from country, you can also add any other criteria you want to add. Maybe if you're coming from United States or Germany, and the lead status is this or the lead status is that, you can also be able to create that particular criteria. So after you've already set up all your criterias, you also want to check the one for the emails. So if they have any response to the emails you've sent to them, you want to add 10 points. And if they have any emails opened, you want to add 10 points also. Then if they've clicked on any of your emails, you want to add 10 points. And if the emails you sent to them get bounced, that is probably due to a wrong email or the email is out of service. You want to subtract the points for that, so you can click on like 50 points to take out. And you also want to check campaigns. If your Zoho campaigns is connected, you can also check if they are opening those campaigns, if they are clicking those campaigns, and if the email get bounced also. So whether it is hard bounce or soft bounce, you want to take out points from this. So it is quite simple. You just want to make sure that uh, you pick in the things that actually relating to your sales process, the points that the criteria you want to make sure to focus on, that you know that it's actually a big plus, or we should say a green flag for your sales process. So after you've picked on everything, you want to click on save. And now you are going to get this notification to whether continue without updating your old records, or if you want to update your old records. So what this means is that if we click on update our old records, this lead scoring we just created is going to apply to all of the leads we already have. But if you continue without updating, it is going to just create the lead scoring, and any incoming leads is going to the lead scoring is going to affect the incoming leads without affecting the past leads. So I want to update my old records, and when I click on update on old records, yeah, it's saying it already exists. So let me just add one to this. Save, update old records. Yeah, so I have created this lead scoring one in Zoho CRM. Yeah, and I forgot to mention that you can create for leads, you can create for contacts, and you can create for accounts. As you can see over here, it's saying that it has updated the scores for 957 leads. So now I can be able to see the lead scores in my Zoho CRM account. So when you click on a lead in your Zoho CRM account, you click on a lead, then you go down to lead scoring or scoring rules. As you can see, this is the lead scoring I just created, and this is the formal lead scoring that I have. You can be able to see the negative touch points, and you can see the positive touch points. As you can see, the negative is actually higher than the positive, so this is not a good lead to focus on. So you can check that also for your other leads in Zoho CRM. Yeah, before we finish this video, I want to also mention that you can create automations using your lead score. Yeah, that's actually very, very nice. You can create workflow rules and say that if the lead score is above 100, or if the lead score is above 50, an email notification should be sent to you, or you should send out an email, or you should create a task, or do any of those things. So you can click on create rules, and you can click on lead module, and let's say the name of the automation is scoring for leads. So you click on next, Okay, now, so as you can see, this trigger, instead of using record action or any other one, you use record score. So let's say the record score increased. Yeah, if it's increased and you want to apply this to all scoring rules, or you want to say selective scoring rules, like maybe only the lead scoring, yeah, and you can click on next. So that means if there's an increase in the scoring rules, you want to set that up. You want to make this workflow to be triggered. Let's say the total score. The total score is this one over here. You have to ignore all this positive, or if you want to use them, you can also use them. But the one I want to use is the total score, which is this. So let's say the score is greater than the score is greater than, let's say, 60. 60 is like a pass mark. So if the score is greater than 60, we want to set up any of these actions for this workflow. So let's say if the scoring rules is above 60, you want to create a task, and so that people can be able to follow up on that particular lead because it is a high value lead. So you can create whatever task you want to use, and after creating it, uh let me just select one. Let's say follow up. So after associating any of those tasks, you can just click on save, and your workflow rule has been created. Yeah, so that is pretty much everything about lead scoring. Please do not forget to like this video and also subscribe to this channel so that you can get amazing videos like this. And if you have any questions, you can put them in the comment section. I am here to answer all of your questions. Thank you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.